I keep seeing people talk about how the Diddy situation is going to bring down the whole media, music, and entertainment industry because they got tapes. And I can't help but think, you know who else had tapes? Jeffrey Poopstain. How exactly could one of the most notorious criminals in world history for this specific series of crimes, Jeffrey Poopstain, and his accomplice who happens to still be alive, how could they get extremely long prison sentences and punishments and be exposed for everyone to find out and no one else get held accountable except for them? Jeffrey Poopstain had all types of investors, homes, residences, hidden secret recordings and tapes. He had all of that stuff. How exactly was nobody held accountable for that? And but P. Diddler has all those tapes, and all those people are gonna get exposed, and all those people are gonna get what, thrown in prison for that? I doubt it, dude. And if they do, which I'm not holding my breath, and you probably shouldn't either, it will expose the far greater truth of the difference between Poopstain and the Diddler, and it is this: the people who were associated with Jeffrey Poopstain were heads of state, world leaders, people in the real halls of power, financiers, people that move markets. The power players in the music industry, the celebrities, all those people are replaceable. They're financiers, the people that cut even their checks, those people aren't going to go anywhere. So if these people actually get held accountable, you'll see the difference between the two. The people with the real power, they get off unscathed. Nobody says boo about them. But the celebrities that grew up poor and got rich associated with Diddler, those people be sacrificed, made an example of, replaced. You think the world's gonna stop moving if some rapper that made $100 million ends up being a scumbag and getting tossed in jail? Nope, they'll replace him with the next person in the line. But you think the world would stop moving if the head of a global banking cartel was to have the same fate? If the leader of a state, if the leader of a country was to fall victim to the same thing? That'd be a much different story. Who are the business partners of the $100 million rapper? Who owns the distribution rights to the music that $100 million rapper used in order to get the $100 million? Who cut them checks all along the way for them to get to that amount? You think those people have less money? Because they don't. If one of these rappers comes from the projects or something, and they make $100 million, they get multi-million-dollar record deals, they sell out an arena, and they make $2 million a show, who's cutting them the $2 million? Who's processing the marketing for that show, the ticket sales for that show, the album rights, all of those other things, the merchandise? Who's doing that? Who's cutting them the check that gets them that rich? Who sets all that up? Think about this. A famous rapper like Meek Mill, for example, might be worth $20-30 million. A more famous rapper that's had made a multitude of other investments, like Rick Ross, for example, he may be worth something like 150, maybe $200 million. You know how much the CEO of Universal Music Group makes a year? $128 million a year in 2023. 128 a year. So who exactly do you think has more power? A famous rapper that worked their entire career to make $100 million, or Lucian Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group, that makes $128 million in 1 year? Simply stated, there's levels to this. If they take down Diddler and his associates, that'll be like arresting the guy that sells dime bags on the street and completely ignoring the guy that just shipped in 100 tons into the harbor. P. Diddler and his scumbag friends, as terrible as they are just a drop in a vast ocean of demonry. And the levels to which those people operate may never be exposed.